Salutations and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Phantasia. This is Edgar. In the previous episode we fucked around in a desert, met Turnix Morrison's ancestor Edward, and got our very first game over in the Elven Forest, but we did manage to repair the 2 rings we found for Clark in the depths of the Moria Gallery, courtesy of Origin. We now need to head to Midgard to meet Edward, but before we head in that direction, you can find a griffy old prick in this little camp. If you talk to him twice, he will teach you a combined art for 12,000 gold. It uses a long-range skill we do not yet possess, but go ahead and grab it. Cheer up, you old fogey. After that, you will need to catch a boat to the Freeland Desert, and you should know where the harbor is at this point. Don't worry about going to Alvanista for rune bottles, you will get plenty where we are going. Do bear in mind for the future, however, that they cannot be purchased anywhere in Midgard. So, if you have already made the trek to Midgard for that very powerful weapon, you know the way to go, but if not, I will guide you there. Bear in mind that you can still encounter basilisks in the desert, and they remain as big a pain in the ass as ever, with their stupid petrifying attack. We will have to head all the way across the desert in order to reach the city of Midgard. You know what? Fuck this shit. I am just going to burn a holy bottle, because basilisks are stupid as shit. Now that's more like it. Okay, head around the east side of the volcanic mountain. You will eventually reach the final oasis we found in the last episode. Continue north past it, and you will find a few bridges that connect the 2 continents. Cross them and continue north. New lands of course means new enemies, and while 2 of these were plucked straight from the Elven Forest, we have not yet seen a giant. He can actually be found around the Elven Forest as well, so the 2 locations have startlingly similar monsters for being so far apart. Anyway, the giant is just like the ogres we fought in the Molten Cavern, but they can't paralyze you, so just rip them to bits. In fact, if you look at the numbers, ogres are just upgraded giants. Now, if you look in the forest here, you can see a small clearing with a tower. The spirit of the moon, Luna, is up in the lofty heights of the tower, but for now just ignore it and proceed to Midgard. We will be coming back to the tower in a few minutes. Welcome to Midgard, mightiest bastion of human and half-elven might in the world. Midgard can be rather confusing to navigate, but just head straight once you arrive. Some plot is going to happen. The little cockbag just 5-fingered discounted our royal seal, and without it, we aren't going to be able to get into the Midgard fortress to meet Edward. We are going to have to go and recover it. At least we know where he buggered off to. He went to the tower we passed on the way here. Naturally, without the royal seal, the guards will not let you into the fortress. You know, the guards who could clearly see our party being robbed, and didn't lift a finger to help. You know, the guards who will not pass a message along to Edward and get him to come outside to meet us. You know, the guards who are simply here to piss you off and question how low their pay must be for them to give such a microscopic amount of shit. Well, fuck them. We don't want to go into the fortress just yet anyway. Head into the armory. You can get quite a lot of upgraded gear from one of the merchants, and you can get a much stronger weapon for close from the other. The weapon is quite expensive, costing 22,000 gold, but it's well worth it. As per usual, I will vendor my junk off screen. So, I suppose you're all wondering about the stats on that mecha halberd we just paid a huge chunk of money to get. Hold your horses, I am about to show you what happens when you take the best of both a spear and an axe and combine them into one weapon. The mecha halberd is a mighty piece of equipment. If you have to use a lotus perfume to get your hands on it, then do so. Now, there's one final thing we need to do before we leave Midgard for the tower. Head to the north side of Midgard, and pay close attention to the small alleyways leading south between the buildings. Inside one of them is a man, and you can pay him 18,000 gold to learn the bolt crash double art. I am not planning on using it at all, but I will get it anyway for completion's sake. I get the distinct impression that this man is being ripped off by his diner. At any rate, there's nothing for us to do in Midgard just yet. We have to recover that royal seal that was stolen by that thieving little bastard. He's in the tower south of Midgard, so off we go, boys and girls. One moment though. I needed to turn the actual in-game music on for this tower, but Tom assures me he can edit it out if he tries hard enough, so I expect the music I hear as I play is going to be very different from what you're going to hear on the video once Tom has his way with it. Anyway, enough screwing around in the bushes like a stalker, let's head on inside. And welcome to the Tower of 12 Stars. This tower functions as a dungeon, and we need to ascend all the way to the top floor to meet with Luna, the moon spirit. Now, you might notice it's rather quiet in here. It won't stay that way for very long. This tower has a gimmick, and the gimmick is that you need to play appropriate music to unlock the doors leading to higher floors of the tower. So I expect Tom is going to have a field day editing this one. You can check what sort of musical theme you need from a tablet in the center of each floor. We need a darkness-themed song to reach the next floor, so let's get hunting. We are looking for statues that can alter the music. There's one right there. Well, it'll have to wait until we beat these enemies. Okay, mud golems are just like the regular golems, except tougher, and they can absorb certain elements. Just treat them like the old golems, they're not very dangerous. The Dark Midge on the other hand needs to be killed as soon as possible, or he will sit comfortably at the back and harass you all day with his arsenal of spells. He has the tractor beam spell, but I don't care about that. Archie is immune, and I have equipped a heavy stone on both Mint and Clav, so only Klus can be damaged by it. Frankly, I am more concerned about his god-awful creepy hat. Look at that damn thing. Look at the teeth. It's like the Sorting Hat got on the hard drugs and needs its fix. Incredibly, they do not have a melee attack involving that hideous hat. At any rate, we're free to check the statue, so let's do so. Statues will change the current music, and we're looking for one with a darkness theme. And this won't do at all. This sounds far too peaceful and somber to be correct. We'll have to keep looking. I'll track down that darkness-themed music if it kills me. Speaking of darkness-themed, these are corpses, and corpses will slowly float to you and try to melee you to death. They're not too dangerous, especially since Flaming Pigeon makes such short work of them. As floating enemies, they are of course immune to tractor beam and grave, but that's perfectly fine. They also drop rune bottles, so you should be happy whenever they show their ugly faces. Anyway, back to the statues. There are several statues on each floor, but only one has the appropriate music for what the tablet in the center is requesting. Let's see if this is the darkness theme. It can't be, this one is far too upbeat to be evil. Well, we now know that it's not down the left side of the floor. Let's head back to the center. Remember, corpses drop rune bottles, so feel free to burn them on your gummies to upgrade them. Mixed gummies especially, since the miracle gummies you can create restore 60% of your HP and TP, making them basically lesser elixirs. Let's check the south corridor. You might confuse it with the stairs leading down, but those are a much smaller tunnel to the right of the large one. Well, that was one heck of a hit. Brigands are just like my way back on the boat, but can do heavy damage charge attacks like the one Chris just took to the face. They usually accompany other enemies, but rarely you will find a group of about 4 brigands. It doesn't really matter though, Undine is perfectly capable of murdering the shit out of them. Brigands can drop question mark weapons, most of which are just crappy long swords, but you can get Slayer swords from here. The Slayer sword is weaker than our mecha halberd, but it still sells for more than the rune bottle it took to identify it, so go right ahead. Besides, you get rune bottles for free by fighting the corpses. In the room to the left of this one should be another treasure chest, and I do believe it contains a better weapon for Cloth. Looks like I was right. Equip the tractate as soon as you pick it up. It sleeps and bounds stronger than the Rabian his Cloth has been rocking for quite some time. Fuck you and fuck your creepy hat. You can both bugger off to the abyss. I wouldn't normally admit this, but I just got a hard on. Gale Shield is a short-range skill, and the designers clearly intended for you to use it away from the enemies, creating a barrier that damages them if they try to worm their way past it. However, I am going to abuse the head out of it, and place barriers down on top of the enemies, causing the skill to do insane DPS. If you can do this in the corner, think Blade Storm but imbalanced as hell. It can be hard to do, because Gale Shield has quite a slow startup, but that's the trade-off I say. In addition to its damage potential, it also has a puny mana cost of only 5. Abandon all hope, all the enemies who face my Gale Shield, for Klus has just become the king of the damage department. I like how if you kill something with it, he won't even bother to pick up his weapon for the victory pose. So, now that we are the king of the DPS charts, let's keep searching for the correct statue. No statue here, just an apple gummy from the chest. Let us return to the center of the floor. We are yet to check the right corridor. By the way, you may have noticed the zodiac motifs on the floor. You can ignore them, they're just there because this tower is named Tower of 12 Stars, and naturally, the zodiac coincides with that. Let's head past the stairs leading down and into the right corridor. We have eliminated all possibilities. The correct statue must be around here. Perhaps it's this one. Come on Undine, murder the shit out of things quicker. I want to see if that statue is the one with the darkness theme. Blade Storm is mastered, which means every associated double art that uses it can now be performed, but I'd suggest you not bother. Mecha Blade is a lot more useful than all of them. Also, you don't really need Blade Storm now that you have Gale Shield, so switch back to Tiger Teeth. It's much easier to get its full damage than for Blade Storm. Now, let's check this statue. Are you the darkness theme? Nope. Once again we are given music that is far too upbeat to possibly be evil. It must be in the final room. Your creepy hat ain't got shit on my Gale Shield. And he's dead. Working as intended by the designers. Okay, the statue must be here. This one must have the darkness theme. We have checked everywhere else on the floor. Now that's more like it. Very evil sounding. Now that the darkness themed music is playing, we need to return to the center of the floor, because the door will now be unlocked, and we can head on through to proceed to the next level. And on the next level, I will continue using Gale Shield exactly the way the designers intended for me to use it. We got all of the treasure on this floor as well, the most important one of the lot being the track date book we found for Clav. Anyway, let's confirm the music theme with the tablet. Right after our working as intended the shit out of this brigand. Holy question mark weapons Batman. Alright, let's confirm the theme with the tablet. Yep, darkness is what they wanted, so this door should grant us passage to floor 3. You'll encounter a small room like this every level, just head straight on to the next floor. It's to prevent you having to mess with the music on a floor you've already done. Think of that small room as a buffer zone. Okay, happiness is our next theme, and since the music that's currently playing is evil sounding, not happy sounding, it's time for us to once again track down the appropriate statue. Let's check the left side of the floor to start with. We've located a statue. Are you the happy themed music? Well, this certainly won't do. That's the saddest sounding track I've ever heard. Bugger off, you dark midge, and take your god-awful creepy hat with you, you tractor beam spamming prick. We need to track down a statue, because this music is making me want to punch kittens. Let's check the far room. Rats. I was hoping for a statue. Oh well, I'll take the orange gummy, they're always useful after all. Back to the center room we go. Get as much use out of flaming pigeon as you can in the tower, because it's going to lose its usefulness not long after we leave this place for good. Seeing as we've mastered it, I'll show the one double art we have that uses it. It also uses Blade Storm, and as I've mentioned, Blade Storm does not make for effective double arts. I will demonstrate why in the next group of enemies I fight. Trust me on this one, you're going to want to be using Mecha Blade most of the time. Allow me to demonstrate. And this right here is the glaring problem with Blade Storm double arts. The Blade Storm is always the second part, and the first part almost always knocks the enemy out of its range, meaning you hit them with the first part and the Blade Storm goes entirely to waste, and so does the mana you spent, because all of the Blade Storm double arts are extremely expensive on classes TP. Amusingly, it actually works well on the corpses I just fought, because they don't move very far when struck, unlike grounded enemies. So let's switch back to Mecha Blade and continue our hunt for some new music. No statue here, just a chest. Nice of them to give me a sage, but I need to change the damn music pronto. Even Gale Shield working as intended can't prevent me from going apeshit if I have to listen to this depressing track any longer. Let's try the far room. There are way too many rats in this tower. Just saying. Fuck you and your hat, get working as intended. We're trying to change the damn music here, so stop wasting our bloody time, you cad. Please God, let there be a statue in here. Thank heavens for that. Are you the happy music? Even if not, you can't be any more depressing than what's playing. I should keep my big mouth shut. This one sounds like a mourning track. Mourning as in somebody died, not morning as in 6 o'clock when the postman comes around, you silly viewers. Actually, that's a lie. As if the postman would show up that early in the day. But do you know what shows up that early without fucking fail? The damn garbage collectors, and their big stinking noisy ass trucks. I get that it's the most convenient time for that shit, but it never ceases to piss me off when I'm woken up in that fashion. But I digress, I'll keep the complaining to a minimum, or Tom will make fun of me again. Ah, a statue. Are you the happy theme, or are you just even more depressing shit? I swear, this floor is trying to give me some sort of complex so that I require therapy. They ask for a happy song, and they shove in a bunch of music that is anything but that. I suppose it makes it easy to figure out if you're correct. but goddamn, would it kill them to have some slightly less woe-is-me sounding stuff. More vendor bait for the vendor bait god. No need to have an accessory that raises hit points, we already have the superior 30% one equipped on our tank after all. I really have to question food in dungeons like that. How long has it been there, and is it really safe for eating? This is the last room of the floor, so this statue must therefore be the happy music. But of course some dickhead in a fucked up hat tries to delay me and force me into therapy. Fuck off, you prick. I am going to use the statue, and you're not going to bloody stop me. What a relief. A whole floor of depressing music, and I've just found one that makes me want to jump for joy. So, back to the center room we go. Once again we will confirm the music theme with the tablet before heading to the next floor of the tower. Happiness is what they wanted, and happiness is what we got. I am happy that Gale Shield continues to work just like the designers intended. Okay boys and girls, let's get the hell out of this depressing floor and tackle the next one. I wonder what theme awaits us next. As always, check the tablet first to get your theme. Or just get interrupted by enemies who heard you use Gale Shields as intended and want to see. Well, tough shit, you get the tiger teeth for being a greedy prick. Tranquility, huh? Funny that, because a very tranquil track was playing when we entered the tower. Specifically, nothing was playing, and it can't possibly get more tranquil than that. Let's check this statue. Are you the tranquil music? Fuck no, you're not. You sound awesome as hell, but you're far too loud to possibly be tranquil. Got you right in the hat, you stupid asshole prick. Fuck. Sorry for the mild bout of Tourette's, this music makes me want to fuck some bad guys up. Sure is catchy. No statue, but let's have a look in the chests. A charm bottle inside one, and a forever useful orange gummy inside the other. That's good loot, and this music is great, so I am not complaining. However, we must locate the correct statue, so this good thing will have to come to an end in due time. Back to the center area, the tranquil music is not to be found on the right side of this floor. Let's check the south corridor first. Damn it. I lost the race to the dapper gentleman Maxwell. Oh well, he's a jolly old chap, I say. I hope you lot are using the rune bottles you collect on your gummies. It would be a shame to have a full stack of 15 and have any extras from the corpses go to waste. A protect ring. More vendor trash for the vendor trash god. Next room please. Move it, you fucking rat. A sirloin steak. You know, I am actually content to not find statues for the moment. This track is just what the doctor ordered after that last depressing as hell floor. And frankly, Gale Shield is just what the doctor ordered for this game. Forever working as intended. Let's check the other end of the corridor. We've located a statue, so this music will sadly have to end. Are you the tranquil music? I am not entirely sure. Okay, never mind. It's not the tranquil music, but it sure started off as a possibility. We have to continue hunting. I swear, I should be able to cheat on this floor and just turn the music back off. Actually wait, that wouldn't work. You can't change the music except on the reset menu, and there's nowhere to save in this damn tower. Alright, are you the tranquil music? You most certainly aren't. You sound like danger, not like bloody tranquility. The statue must be down the left end of this floor. Okay, either I'm seeing things, or Maxwell did 1332 damage to that dark midge when he struck him in the hat. I wish stuff like that was actually in this game, but alas, it's just not to be. The left area calls out to us. Must be in the far room. Let's loot the chests and head on over. No, fuck you and your hat. Put those teeth away. As the famous internet phrase says, do not want a remedy bottle and a basilisk scale. I am glad we are done with the basilisk scale nonsense. Any you get from this point you can just sell to a vendor for a small chunk of change. I mean, we could be humanitarian about it, and specifically sell them in Olive Village, where they use them for medicines, but that's just so much walking, and we're going back to Midgard after this tower, so fuck 'em, it's their own fault for building a village in the middle of the bloody desert. By process of elimination, this statue must be the tranquil music. I do believe we have found our winner. It's not quite as tranquil as no music, but it's definitely more tranquil than anything else on this floor of the tower. Oh Maxwell, you are so random. He really is a bizarre case, is he not? Sometimes he hits for 2-digit numbers, and sometimes for 4 digits. I am sure a Maxwell damage formula exists somewhere on the internet, but I imagine looking at it would make my head explode, and if that happens, I can't continue with this let's play, so I'll just forget about it altogether. As per usual, let's make sure we have the appropriate theme for the floor. And we do. They want tranquility, and short of turning the music off, this is as tranquil as we're going to damn well get. Up to the next floor we go everybody. Let's see what the tablet demands from us this time. Darkness once again. I wonder if it's the exact same theme from before. We will see. Anyway, let's get the hunting, the statue won't find itself after all. You having fun there, creating World War III cloth? And England's like, about that time eh chaps? Righto. No statue, it's a chest. A mantle. Yep, that's amazing loot alright. Bloody worthless crap that isn't even worth the inventory space. Oh well, vendor trash that won't even net us much gold. Dodge this, Mr. Corpse. You have failed in your quest. See you on the other side. Lousy prick didn't even cough up a rune bottle. Anyway, are you the darkness theme? Nope, not darkness. Kind of easygoing sounding. We'll need to keep looking around, but now we know it's not on the right area. Fucking jam this through your teeth, you creepy hat-wearing prick. I'll be so glad when I can leave this tower and get the hell away from you lot. Let's check the left area. This better not be a damn mantle. Okay, it's a silver cape. Not a fortune, but a damn sight better than the mantle. For those of you who have forgotten, the mantle is an accessory that Klus was wearing when we began this let's play. It does absolutely fuck all, and its vendor price represents that. You can use a rune bottle on it to make a flame mantle, but I'd not bother, you will get more absorb mantles a bit further in the game. If you run out of gummies to upgrade while working in here, and you have no question mark weapons to identify, and you still have a 50 stack of rune bottles, then fuck it, go ahead and make it a flame mantle. Otherwise, save your rune bottles for more valuable endeavors, like upgrading your gummies and herbs and all that other useful shit. The game crashed on me, but no problem, I salvaged it and we can continue. Unless I've fucked up, the left and right areas have already been cleaned out. The south corridor beckons. I have no idea what that zodiac motif on the floor was supposed to be. I don't remember wizards being a star sign. I also don't recall wizards with creepy ass hats being allowed to live. I've mentioned it before, but I still cannot understand the concept of a rabbit's foot being lucky. Makes no sense whatsoever, but maybe I am just ignorant. Are you darkness themed? What the hell is this absurd sounding music? I don't even recognize it from anywhere in the game. I'll have to look into it a little bit later. You corpses still need dodge practice. Are you the darkness theme, or is it in the last room down here? Nope, you're peaceful sounding. Must be in the final room. 3 statues all in the same section. Talk about jam-packed. Process of elimination says that you must be the darkness music, so cough it up. Yep, that's a darkness theme alright. So then, back to the center room we go. You walked into a gale shield. You retard. One of these days, Kliss is going to forget his mecha halberd, and then I am gonna be forced to use the old knight's saber and will be crying. Okay, let's confirm the theme with the tablet as always. Yep, darkness is what they wanted, and it's hard to get darker than a boss theme. The door is unlocked, so up to the next floor we go. The next floor should be the last one with a music puzzle, and Luna sits just above it. Speaking of bosses, there's no actual boss in this tower, just a bunch of regular enemies. Luna will not fight us. So, what does the tablet want from us this time? Courage. Half of the tracks in this game are supposed to represent that, so this might be a tricky one. Let's see what we can find. Well, we've found some more vendor trash. Not that I am complaining, more gold is never a bad thing after all. Unlike those bloody dark mages and their crocodile-looking, shark-looking, sorting hat on acid-looking motherfucking hats. I want to see Harry Potter stick one of those fuckers on his head. He'd get sent to the graveyard. Forget about bloody Gryffindor. Give me a statue. Okay, we found one. We need a courage theme statue, so let's see what you've got. This is the underground music. I recognize it from the Moria gallery. I don't know if that qualifies as courage. Meanwhile, Maxwell continues being random as ever. Back to the center area we go. Remember that location, that might be the winner, I'm really uncertain. Great teamwork there, Archie, but don't you dare tell her that, she'll jump your bones in an instant. Let's head south first. I am still wondering if this is the winner. I could check the door, but I am leaning towards no. Another statue. And yet another prick with a spastic hat. Fuck out of here, Dark Midge, ain't nobody got time for your shit. Okay statue, let's see what you've got. Are you the courage theme? This is that funky track that will play later in the game, so no, not the courage track. We need to keep looking. Perhaps this is the one we've been looking for. What the fuck, the music didn't even change. Pointless bloody statue, you're clearly not cut out for this sort of shit. Okay, back to the hunt we go. Give me damn rune bottles, you skint prick. Oh whatever, I've already had plenty as I've climbed my way up this tower. Another statue. Are you the courage theme? Will you even change the music? Okay no, this is the we are doomed and everything has gone to shit theme. That's the exact opposite of what we are after. I still question whether the first statue we found up here is the correct one. No statue in here, just a pair of chests. another rabbit's foot and a black onyx. Sadly, the 2 black onyxes we now possess will not stack, so we cannot bump this up to ridiculous hit point levels. We want to hold on to it though, it will come in handy later in the game. Well, let's check the right side of the floor, and if there's no statue over there, or if there is a statue but it doesn't have a courage theme, then it is to be the first one we encountered on this floor. We will see soon enough. How dare you repeatedly interrupt my attempts to working as intended the shit out of you. Fucking bitch. Oh neat, Min just picked up an extremely situational spell. Silence is a status effect that will throw a card of some sort at an enemy, and it will nullify the very next spell they attempt to cast. Unfortunately, every enemy you would want to use it on happens to be immune to it, so it's rather lackluster. And you know what? I need to stop being lazy with my rune bottles. Just a moment. Excellent, we have a stack of unidentified Slayer swords here. Remember, you can identify all of them and then sell them for a pretty penny. There's no reason to equip one, the Mecha Halberd is stronger and possesses greater reach. So, let's go apeshit with those rune bottles. Right, that's easy money for later. Might as well grab the rune bottle from the chest. That just leaves one final door, and if this one has no statue, then the first one was the correct one. Maxwell's hat is better than the Dark Mage's hat, I say. Oh Maxwell, you continue to be the most random thing in this entire game. Now let's check that final door. So there is a statue here. Are you the courage theme we have been seeking? That settles it. Forget about the first statue, this is the courage theme the tablet wanted. If there was a song for courage in the game, this is definitely it. Let's head back and confirm it with the tablet. If all goes well, that's the very last statue we'll have to mess with in this entire tower. Just as well, I've been in here for over an hour, and even heard the game crash. But of course some fuckwit with the hat on crack wants to prevent us from reaching our goal. Go join your buddies, you shark-ass looking prick. You've officially been working as intended, it the fuck out of. And that will be all for this tower. We can now head to the top floor to meet Luna, the moon spirit. Oh right, it's this little thieving bastard again. Luna's sibling then, is it? Clark had best handle this one. Still not as arrogant as Charles. Damn it, Clark, just throw one of your many fucking rings at the little prick. Or hell, give him a smack with your broom, Archie, and watch him bounce off the wall. The little wanker will grant us access to see Luna if Archie gives Cliss a pash. Well, that's certainly hesitant as far as Archie goes. Archie is willing, but Mint steps in to stop her. Immediately after that, Luna will tell her sibling to stop being such a colossal wart. He will give Archie a new spell. The spell is Ray, and Ray will serve us very well in the next episode. Ray will hit the entire screen for light elemental damage. He buggers off at this point, but don't worry about your royal seal, Luna has it and will return it to you freely. To hell with the little prick, he stole from us. Anyway, let's go meet Luna. Oh, come the hell on. What's that silly float for? Is it just in case you didn't believe she's the moon spirit or some shit? As I said, you get your royal seal back without any problems. But there is that other matter. Specifically, the matter of collecting more boom boom for Claw's bling bling. This is the only time in the game where a spirit will agree to contract with you without you either helping it out or besting it in a battle. Luna is just too resigned to give a shit, and will give Claw a contract for absolutely nothing, which is just fine with me. And you know she's got to hit hard, I mean for fuck's sake, she has the word laser on that silly float of hers. And Claw has more boom boom in his bling bling. Luna will hit the entire screen just like Undine and Gnome, but she hits considerably harder, and she is light elemental. She will be invaluable in what's right after this tower. Now that we have our royal seal back, we will return to Midgard to see Edward Morrison, but I will wrap this video up. This has been Edgar, and as always, thank you all for your patronage.